See if I know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know. I say, let's just burn this shit to the ground. I entertained myself. What can I say?
We said we were going to do shit backwards, remember? We're going to end it.
You know what? You know what this means? That's because when George ain't here, no rules. There are no rules.
That's true.
Hi, everybody who's watching. welcome to Dueling Aces for 12/13/21. Today on the show, we have star of the show, Adam, go blue.
Go blue.
We got the best Clint in the world. Why call me bro? We no close relation. I'm currently your host, Zolt. Actual host George said he was going to track down some more info on the Aaron Rodgers toe situation, which is code for he was going to go browse WikiFeet. So we're hoping he's going to be back at some point. Please.
Before we derail this shit.
Oh, it's gone. It is gone.
You got to start on the rails before you can derail it, right?
Let's go.
There ain't no rail. There ain't no rails here. All right, so we're gonna start with the, let's call it, unconfirmed report, since our man on the street is saying that it is unconfirmed. However, I have seen it. So obviously, there's been a pretty massive COVID outbreak in the past few days across many sports. NFL, I did see this from multiple sources, so I'll give this stat. They did have 37 players and coaches test positive today. Just today.
Yeah.
To put that in respect, so the 2 weeks around Thanksgiving, so the week before Thanksgiving and the week of Thanksgiving, there was a total of 72 cases over those 14 days. So this is 37 in one day. Obviously, it's an issue. As someone who lives in Detroit, obviously we got hit fairly hard, not just with COVID, but we had 7 players on the COVID list for this past game, and then we had another 12.5 due to a flu bug that was going all around. And to tie that into, my neck of the woods, the NHL, Calgary just had to cancel a whole bunch of games. I think for mostly this upcoming week, just because I think they had 6 players that tested positive, and that was this morning, and they were expecting more positive cases. So obviously you're stuck. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Thanks,
I got a pissed off 6-year-old who wants to sit in the room with me, and then her tablet's dying, and I have all my chargers hooked up to my stuff. So it's like, you have to go downstairs. Don't get mad at me. We have 80,000 chargers in the house. Go find one.
But,
I mean,
don't be mean.
This whole COVID thing, isn't it funny how it dies off, and then all of a sudden, here comes Christmas, and it's spiking back up again.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it is everywhere. It has been everywhere, and now it is still here. It's not going to go away, so we'll just have to see how everything goes. I'm not quite there on my injury list yet, so we'll get to that later on in the show. But I mean, it definitely hit that injury list. I mean, there's some important guys, important names that have popped up recently, especially for this weekend. Sorry?
Oh, yeah.
Just tonight's game alone, Jalen Ramsey and Higbee. I mean,
Tyler Higbee.
Yep, Tyler Higbee. Yeah, absolutely. It's not going to make for a whole lot of fun, I don't think, these next few weeks coming up. So
the timing could be no worse with everybody getting ready to try to get that win to get to the playoff run, or because everything's so wide open right now, and at least the AFC, it's like it sucks. You can't afford to lose guys right now.
Well, that's just it. I mean, you want to be starting to ramp up right now. This is when you want to get going and starting to have things clicking. And it's hard to do that when you're missing this key piece, that key piece,
right?
This entire position group. It's not helping. It's certainly not going to help those teams that are struggling to get in.
Yeah, it's really people really gonna earn their contracts. Let's see, next man up. Let's see if
that's it exactly. It's like you're on the roster for a reason. Show us.
Yeah. Back to that whole COVID thing, it is crazy that 37 people and the NHL got to cancel games. The NBA, the Chicago Bulls, literally almost had the what's name game because they got 7 players that got hit with COVID.
Yep.
COVID. They need at least 7 players to actually play an NBA game. They had to get people on 10-day contracts. Then 2 of their people on 10-day contracts had COVID.
I mean that's just it. I mean, you've got NFL, at least you have a pool of 53 guys or 52, 53 guys. If you have a small group of that, you can hope that you've got that isolated and you keep rolling with what you've got. Then you got NHL, which I believe is a group of inactive players included. It's probably about 25, 26 players. So if you got 6 or 7 of that, you're talking a quarter of your squad now out. Then you go to the NBA and you suddenly have 4 or 5 players out. You're in trouble. I mean, you're that rec league team that has one guy sitting on the bench. You're just rotating the one guy out.
What is the roster for an NBA team? I forgot.
The most you can carry is 15. The most you can have suited is 12, but you have to have a minimum of at least 8 players to play an actual NBA game
to start.
A lot of the Cavs lost the game to the Lakers by 50 points, but the Lakers only had just 8 players.
So, like you said, 5 guys are out. You're screwed. Oh my God.
That's why they got the G League. They can pull people up, people on 10-day contracts. So they can find a way to make the bodies work.
You see that tall kid working in the grocery store? Yeah, just like sign him up. Let's go.
Can you play basketball? Oh, you just tall. Just come on. Just look at
You're 6'10". Let's go.
It's funny you bring up the groceries. Please tell me you heard what Jedrick Will said after the game set yesterday for the offensive lineman for the Browns.
No.
Yes. Oh God.
He was pissed off at Browns fans because they were booing during the game, and he made a comment. He goes, "I don't come to your fucking job and tell you I don't boo you while you're bagging fucking groceries." He's like talking about basically going to your job and booing you while you're bagging, dropping F-bombs. Like, I don't boo you while you're bagging fucking groceries. Oh, he was pissed, and he got a lot of flack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit happens.
Just to prove we cover everything on this show.
Well, no, Sean just covers all the bullshit nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
That because I guess the quarterback for Winnipeg is like a local kid from like Steubenville or something here in Ohio, I guess.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is it Winnipeg? Man. Is it the Blue Bombers?
Winnipeg. Yeah.
Okay. Don't ask me how the hell I know that. Apparently I know too much about Canada.
I wasn't even going to ask because I don't even know who they played or who they teams. I don't know much about. One thing about CFL I know is Warren Moon and Johnny Manziel play for one of them teams.
Yeah,
that's all I really know.
That's the question then, Sean. I mean, who would they play? Who'd they be? I mean, granted, nobody cares about who loses the championship, but
right.
Yeah, winner loser just first. Your second place is just first loser. You still lost.
Damn right.
That's how we roll tonight.
That's ain't no script here. That's for damn sure.
We freelance.
In no way it would get through it would get past any censors. All right, so let's go and get into the fun topic, what I consider to be the fun topic. Let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The fire, the dumpster fire, that's becoming.
I would not give insult to dumpster fires by referring to Jacksonville as a dumpster fire.
Damn.
Although, I mean, honestly, they're slowly sinking down to Houston Texan level. They're not there yet, but they're on their way.
And how ironic!
The most entertaining 2-10 team ever.
Ironically, they're both in the same division.
Yeah, I know. That's funny because I look up Jacksonville just to make sure I got the record right and all that stuff, and it says third in the division, and I'm like, oh, that's right.
Dang. Yeah. Oh,
so
not two bottom feeders in the division.
Apparently, it was the Tiger Cats that Winnipeg beat.
Okay.
Not sure.
Hang on. Hamilton.
Okay.
It's the team Johnny Manziel played for.
The only one that I knew of was the Edmonton Eskimos, but apparently they changed that now because that was offensive. Apparently.
Okay. What are they now?
The Elks or some shit. If they still kept like the double E logo, or it's weird. I have no idea. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's cheaper that way. So Jaguars are currently 2-11. They're on a 5-game losing streak. And remember, this is all coming from a Lions fan. So, yesterday, this past Sunday, they lose to Tennessee 20-0. Your 20-0 loss included 192 yards of offense total. That is their third game. Is it fourth game?
No, fourth game.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting to that. This is their third game this season with an offense produced below 200 yards. I mean, this is the NFL.
Where everybody get at least yards. Dang, they can't even get garbage yards.
This isn't even like this isn't like Vanderbilt. This isn't bottom tier of the SEC. This is the NFL.
Why is it? I know you guys remember it. I don't know if it was an old cartoon or a commercial or a skit on like Mad TV or something. But why is it I'm getting the idea now, like of the Urban Meyer experiment, is having his face pop up and the rejected stamp coming across his fucking forehead, and sliding it away, like just because it's not working. Like, and I feel so bad for Trevor Lawrence. The kid did nothing but win his ass off all the way through high school and college, and then goes to the NFL and he can't do shit.
I don't know.
It's not his fault.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so Trevor Lawrence, yesterday threw 4 interceptions, which, that's not going to win you much of anything. Working on bringing up his stats for the year so far.
He had an odd game. He had 2 streaks of 3 straight games without a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Okay, that entire game plan, I'm using the air quotes for the word plan. That's just bizarre. I mean, they had 8 rushes the entire game.
Yeah.
Your quarterback throws for 4 interceptions, but rushing the ball isn't the solution apparently, because we're not even going to try.
James Robinson in the doghouse.
He is, but that's a whole nother part of the problem there, because right now he's looking like he might be the most talented guy on your roster.
But yeah,
Trevor Lawrence said that, which your rookie quarterback is telling your rookie head coach, we need our best guy on the field. And that means something.
and there's multiple stories there, because I heard some cracked out story that supposedly Urban claimed he wasn't aware that Robinson was benched, but that's a whole new can of worms there if you don't even know.
Yeah, I call BS on that.
So, is it true what you said about the assistant coaches apparently too, though? That he's the winner?
He says he did not say that. But at the same time, he also came out, I think it was today, and said that, whoever this leaker is, they're unemployed. If we ever find out who this leaker is, Well, if it's not true, they're not leaking shit. They're making it up.
Right.
So it's either
It's true.
total
I think
BS
it's true.
or it's somebody who's actually in the know and is right. And I never met the guy. He definitely strikes me as it's not my fault, it's yours.
I mean, it's just a whole bunch of stuff he did. Like they said, he got into it with the wide receivers, and while Marvin Jones left. I'm like,
he left.
He gotta realize something.
Yeah, they talked
You're
him
not
back.
in college no more.
I know.
Like,
dude, these
them guys in college, you can talk to them that way because they really don't have no position to say nothing. He's a grown ass man with money. Like, he don't have to listen to you exactly. He can just do whatever he like.
I mean,
okay, whatever, fine. I mean, still your coach though.
If I'm Marvin Jones or Chark or Robinson, it's like somebody starts talking to you like that. It's like, hey, I got a signing bonus, so I'm good. Whatever you want, man. I'll walk.
How bad is it for Marvin Jones? You stay in Detroit, you're one in whatever. You go to Jacksonville, you're two. So it's like you're a 1 game difference at this. I mean,
I have some breaking news.
What, Raider Stadium?
Break that news.
Yep, Allegiant Stadium is the site of the Super Bowl in 2024.
You only knew that was a matter of time. I'm surprised they waited so long, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But yeah, he just thought it was going to walk in and be easy. It's like, no. Like I said, Urban Meyer got an ego. He got an ego. Like, I get it. Like, he won. Like, when you winning, you can get away with that stuff. That stuff gets swept under. When you're losing, all that shit get brought to the light.
Ain't nobody going to tolerate that shit if you're losing. No. Yeah. Not even.
I think he's gone at the end of the year.
Why hasn't Tony Khan come out and said anything? Or whoever the hell their owner is, whatever Khan or whatever brother.
I'll get to that in a second. So I do want to point out, so 2-11, 13 games, he has met the Bobby Petrino threshold. Because Bobby Petrino famously in 2007 for Atlanta walked after the 13th game and took a job with Arkansas.
Well, the problem is now is Urban has no college to go to because all the jobs are filled at this point.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. So coach salaries aren't public generally. It's hard to come across that info. So I've actually seen two different numbers. The one I actually sort of believe is that he more than likely signed a 6-year deal at $9 million per. So Khan would be on the hook for probably most of that. He'd reach some kind of buyout settlement, but that's still a lot of money to admit that you're wrong.
Why don't they do the Harbaugh effect? Go in, restructure it, and see if they have the same effect as what we have this year on our end.
I mean, why would Urban do that? He's getting his money.
Yeah, he like, I ain't about to take less money and coach a losing team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I forgot about that. Sean's a big Grambling, guy.
I'm a Grambling guy. You for real?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I'm so sorry, Grambling. I'm so sorry y'all got to deal with that, man. Poor time management alert coming.
So
I don't know.
Somebody an article I saw pointed out the facts. It's like you've got guys like Petrino or Chip Kelly or whoever, guys that successful in college come to the NFL. Generally speaking, even when they're there in their first year and losing, you can point to the things that they're doing. Say, oh, well, we're changing the culture, or hey, I'm bringing an offensive system, and I mean. God, if I remember right, Chip Kelly made Colt McCoy look like the end of the, he was top notch. So what can we point to with Urban Meyer that says, okay, we're working our way? I mean, is he changing the culture there? Maybe. Is it the direction that you want it to go?
He needs to change his attitude first.
He was one of the rare coaches. He was one of the rare coaches that had the opportunity to bring in his own people, though.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correct, I think everybody that on Urban Meyer's staff, he personally bought himself. Like,
yeah,
he interviewed and hired himself.
Because I think Charlie
coaches, they don't got that benefit of doing that. Like, you have to keep this guy, or you have to at least maintain it. Urban got choice of who he want. He got the pick of the quarterback that he wanted. Like, he kind of like coach GM in a way, kind of like a poor man Bill Belichick.
Had a ton of cap space coming into this room.
Yeah,
coming into this year. I mean, we talked about it before the season even started. It's like that was the job opening that everybody should have wanted. You have the picks, you have the money, and for that reason is why I don't necessarily think he's gone after this year, regardless of all this BS that we're hearing, just because he's been given the reins to totally remake this franchise. And how do you just pull the plug on that 1 year in? I mean, unless it just continues to go downhill.
I say, how long do you give him at this point? 3 years max?
I mean, you have to, if it's still looking like this next year, then I say at the end of next year, you got to pull it, because you can't be, I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous. There's no consistency to the offense whatsoever. Your stars perform, except, when they're allowed to play.
Right.
I mean, seriously. I mean, okay, so I'm looking at Trevor Lawrence. So since week 6, he's had 2 weeks where his completion percentage has hit 60. So he's not hitting targets. Obviously, you're looking at, not the greatest touchdown to interception rate, and it's getting worse as the year goes on. So you have to look out. I mean, that's your franchise quarterback, and in a way, you might be married more to him than you are to Urban.
But I will say this one thing though about they might keep him. I mean, he did lose a lot of his weapons. Like, he lost Chark. He lost Arnold. He lost Shavat for a little while. Like he didn't have James Robinson for some games. I mean, the reason I think he might get fired is because it's a train wreck. Like, look at Detroit. But ain't no hairstyles, ain't no turmoil in her team or nothing. Down there, it's just whatever. Like, you more focused on firing people who's leaking sources than the fact that your team just got shut off like the second time this year.
I'll say this. Up here in Detroit, I mean, you can bring Chenault in here, and he's better than everybody combined we have on our wide receiving core. So
I like Amara. Trying to pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not an easy thing, obviously, to remake a team, and I get that, but these are the guys you brought in, and I'm talking coaching and the players themselves. These are your guys. Got it. You're not where you want to be yet, but I mean, the stuff that we're hearing is not great by any stretch. And I mean, let's face it, it all started back in October with the damn video of him at the bar when the rest of the team went home and he stayed behind. I mean, it's been downhill since. I mean, it's just not good. Jack's running college season at the pro level and it ain't working. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't know. Eat the money.
Could that be the next thing that Urban leaves because of medical reasons once again?
I'm about to say, Khan does have
he does
money like that.
He
His
does.
son, AEW, they got money, so he probably just eat like, okay, fine, like get rid of him. But I mean, based on some of the stuff again, first year, some bumps. Maybe you probably don't spend money because you probably want to see who he could have that probably could show some talent, then try to fix the holes that way. I mean, I don't know, but You alienated your best player. James Robinson gone. I don't think he's coming back now. You probably just ran him out the door.
Would you? Would you?
No. If I'm losing time to Carlos Hyde, no. I would.
I mean, if you have an option, are you staying there? Hell no. I mean, unless
at least you get the money.
Houston
I think Marvin Jones went there for the money.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, unless Houston comes calling, then I might stick around in Jacksonville. But I'll say this about Khan. I mean, I get what you're saying. He might just, it's like, oh, it's just money. It's time to get rid of him. Maybe, but at the same time, you also have egos in play, and obviously we see a huge one from Urban. I think Khan also has one, and he would have to suck that up and say, I totally screwed this up and hired the wrong guy.
And poor man Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, well, let's face it.
They're winning.
Going into the season, if he wanted to sell tickets, that's the guy you hire because everybody got excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I got excited about it, and I can't stand the guy. I mean, that was who you wanted. I totally get that. It's just at some point, you might just need to cut bait and run. We will see if that actually turns out to be the case.
I was just happy to see the guy. He's finally out of Ohio. That's why I was happy.
I am going to throw one more wrench into it, and it was something I didn't realize until I read it. So dysfunction as far as that roster is concerned. Jacksonville's general manager, and I'm hoping I'm getting the name right, Trent Baalke.
Yeah.
Baalke.
Oh, God. He used to run the 49ers.
He was in the middle of the 49er dumpster fire where they ended up
don't mention Trent Baalke around George. Don't mention him around George. George blows the gas before you mention the name Trent Baalke.
I'm literally going to read this out loud. Dysfunction that probably seems familiar to Jacksonville general manager Trent Baalke, who just happened to be in the middle of a very recent 49ers dumpster fire that featured a war with head coach Jim Harbaugh and then an incomprehensible pair of one-and-done seasons from Jim Tomsula and Chip Kelly. Now Baalke is riding shotgun for this whole mess, and it's all starting to feel very familiar.
So does he have a thing with college coaches coming to the NFL?
I don't know, but maybe Balky's the leaker.
Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead, Urban. See how that works out for you.
As soon as you said the name Buck, I was like, yep. Niners.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
It's fun to watch from the outside. I'd hate to be a Jacksonville fan, but I mean, I don't live in London, so.
Sorry.
Montreal need a football team?
Yeah, no, they have the Alouettes.
Everybody keeps bringing up Tampa Bay going to, up there for the Rays.
See, Doug, I'm with you. I have no doubt he might be part of the problem. I don't think Urban's a solution, though.
He's probably the guy that took the picture of Urban with the chick on his lap at the bar. He was probably the one that started all of it.
He's probably got a private eye just following him around.
They was talking about Baalke, though. And I always plug them a lot. I was watching Secret Base. They did a collab on the 49ers. And if I remember correctly, after they got rid of Harbaugh, I forgot the name of the coach that they had. They had somebody in place, but the coach bailed out because Baalke wanted him to keep Tomsula along after GM. When he said no, he just hired Tomsula and just said, okay, well, he can be the head coach. Whatever it is.
Wow.
I gotta send y'all the video. I gotta remember. I don't remember the name of the coach though, but they almost traded Harbaugh here.
I remember that.
Been a Brown.
At the time, I didn't want him to leave, but now or to go, whatever you want to call it. But I can't complain now. I got to be nice to the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, obviously, I was ready for him to be done, and I will eat all that crow, and I will take 2 helpings of it, and that is fine. I'm 100% okay with it. Let's roll.
Right.
Let's sign him. Let's give him that 20-year deal. Let's go.
Yeah, because I know they're talking about the whole with what Penn State and Michigan State doing their $90-some million contracts. Like, are they going to restructure him? So I'm like, no, leave it the way the fuck it is, because that way he plays for more when he gets more bonuses, he earns his shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I just sent it in the chat.
Did we want to bring it, or do you want to wait until we get more people on to bring up the whole Heisman ceremony situation?
You know what? If you want to take over on that, go for it, because I missed it. I mean, I heard the stuff afterwards. But I was not able to watch it.
I watched it.
I don't watch the Heisman's no more.
We all knew Bryce Young win.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we all knew who was gonna win, but yeah, I mean, I'm glad there was at least something to talk about afterwards.
Well, it's just for those who didn't see it. Long story short, is you have Tebow, or it's Robert Griffin, Tebow, and Desmond left to right on this side, and then as you get over to this, you have Aiden Hutchinson, you have Ryan Pickett, the QB from Pitt, and then you have C.J. Stroud. So they let Desmond ask Aiden, hey, with everything.
By the way, banging jacket by C.J. Stroud. I like to tribute to all the Heisman that came through Ohio State with his jacket.
We're not talking about him right now. Well, kind of, sort of, but but he.
Wow.
I'm just messing.
I know you are. I'm messing with you.
So he basically asked him, like, did you accomplish everything that you wanted to accomplish? And the first thing out of his mouth is literally, yeah, all I wanted to do was beat Ohio State. And of course the crowd kind of, ooh, and then that's when Tebow steps in and, well, I'm kind of glad, Pickett, you're standing here in between them, and stuff like that.
I think that what escalated. That's why it got so serious like that, because I think Tebow said that. Like, C.J. Stroud didn't look offended by what he said. Like,
no, he wasn't offended.
I think he was still sorry a little bit because, like, you bringing up the fact that we beat, but he wasn't sorry about how he said. It was just Tebow, like, perfect between them.
Until Desmond dropped the fucking truth bomb on his ass, and that's when Desmond came out and said, "Oh, it's better him than his offensive line," and you could have heard a pin drop like for a second. And then that whole fucking place just kind of was like, damn. But dude, let me tell you, Ohio State fans, the next day, the funniest shit ever. Desmond's a bitch. Desmond's a clown.
The funniest fans took that shit too serious. They took it way too serious.
No,
I think if you knew it was in all good funny humor. Like, I knew it was like, look, my thing is like, you won. You got the right to.
It's the damn Heisman Trophy, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think people butt hurt. Like, if it was on the flip side, was Kirk Herbstreit saying something on the other side, some Michigan fan that would be salty that he said. Now, it's some people that like super butt hurt about. But it's all good fun and joke though. Like,
we were salty at Herbstreit last year because remember he was the punk ass trying to say that Michigan was dodging Ohio State by the COVID game. So, what I'm saying? It's okay for Kirk Herbstreit to say something, but because Desmond said something, everybody wants to get all shitty about it.
That's why I said you have some fans that's like that.
No,
on both sides. You have fans that's like that.
Desmond was getting a lot of flack on Twitter and shit. And of all people, Zach Smith opened his fucking mouth. The white
That's the guy that I want to what's the name.
That was it.
You can't say shit about no.
The fact that he comes out and calls Desmond a special kind of bitch, and Desmond's fucking bomb back to him was.
I'm glad he.
I'm glad to see those anger management classes are working out so well for you. I'm like,
no. What he killed him was when he dropped the deflector story. That would kill him. I'm like, yes. I'm like, I don't like you because you're from Michigan, but props.
Yeah.
Like,
it wasn't.
Like shut him up.
It wasn't even just the anger management. It was the court mandated anger management.
That's it.
I mean, that was just boom. that was a mic drop to end.
But then again, though, you always know when you say something like that, you got these keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Where that's like always typing like, oh, you said this, Howard ain't have a problem with it. Stroud ain't have a problem with it.
Exactly.
Like, ain't nobody have a problem with it, so let it go. Like,
the thing I don't get is, yes, I understand it's been a long time since Michigan has beaten Ohio State. But the thing is like I always say, I've had to deal with 10 years of shit of y'all motherfuckers on my timeline blowing my shit up about bitch. We're going to make Michigan our bitch again. We're going to hang 100 on you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I get one win out of it, and I can't talk shit because y'all can't take it after a week. Like, I seriously, literally, like I said, I've said before, I put up one meme on the Saturday of the championship game when we were in Indy, and it was just Harbaugh peeking around the corner saying, "Hey, who's Ohio State play today?" And I had a dude come on my timeline talking about, "Oh, you're funny, you're a little faggot, and this and that." Like, come on, bro. Like, really thick skin.
That's too far. See that's going too far. Like
I've dealt with this shit for 10 years. You guys blowing it up on me. I laugh at it because you know what?
It should never be that. It should never get to that to a point where it gets to like.
I've come to the
like
realization
that.
The problem is that Ohio State fans got spoiled. Y'all got so used to winning, you don't know how to handle losing. Especially, you can handle losses to anybody else, but you cannot handle a loss to Michigan. For whatever reason, the fans.
No, you're the biggest rival. I don't like none. I don't like none of my rivals to beat me. I don't care if you ain't winning 15 years, 20 years, 30 years.
But the fact of the matter is, and what we have lived with now for years and years and years, if you don't want the other guy to talk, beat him.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Straight up.
Look, I'm gonna talk shit no matter if I'm winning or losing. I don't care. Like I can be down 30. I'm still gonna say you suck, you trash, you got lucky. But yeah, it's the part of right. You won. I'm on the firm believer if you win, you could talk shit because you won. And you gotta eat it because they won, you lost. Now if say Ohio State win next year, then it's gonna go right back to like talk shit. If you win, you get to talk shit. You won. That's just how I am with it.
One little comment that was what everybody talked about all weekend was how it was so 50-50 about should Desmond have said it, should Desmond have not said it. But like he tried to apologize, which don't get me wrong, it's in a half-ass way because like he said, it was a fucking joke. CJ's cool with it. Everybody was fine with it. He goes, it was simply a joke. He goes, I can't help the fact that you guys can't take a joke. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing.
That's it.
The one thing that would have made that better probably if, and that thing is just him being the young dude. If CJ would have said something like it was a joke we talked about, I don't think it would have been as much backlash from fans. But it's a young kid. He looked like just a big moment.
Exactly.
Here at the Heisman and everything.
Not why I'm here.
Yeah, he's not thinking about that.
Desmond
probably put him aside and told to him he knows just a joke. Probably I know that.
CJ's only a freshman. I guarantee you he'll be back at least one or two more times for the Heisman again if he plays the way he did this year. He's only going to get better.
Yeah,
and that's scary. Because I don't know what the fuck our quarterback situation is going to look like after this year. JJ looks good, but he hasn't played a full season either, though.
Full season? How about has he played a full quarter?
But so needless to say, it's going to be interesting with these bowl games. I think everybody thinks that Alabama's going to smoke Cincy, but I don't know. I'm hoping Cincy pulls it out, but it'd be nice to see no SEC.
I'd love it. That'd be great. But yeah, I know we're far from there, and we're far from there time wise too. It's a long way from here to New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, what 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, instead we gotta survive on Lions and Jaguars, and not all of us have the Browns.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The Browns got I didn't share it. I know I saved it.
I just thought about that.
The
Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Detroit got two teams that's bad.
Yep. Is the fact that the AFC North has probably the next 4 games probably some of the toughest schedules of anybody for the last 4 games. I'll share it in the chat just because the fact that I know the Browns. I'm looking at you gotta win Sunday against the Raiders or Saturday.
I said it yesterday. They gotta win 4 out of 5. 5. At least have a chance.
I don't see you beating Green Bay.
That's probably the one loss. But they also have 2 more division games. If they sweep Cincinnati, Natty, They split against Baltimore. They split against Pittsburgh. They'll probably get them the best record in the division.
It'll be 4-3 or
division record, probably. But
well, you'd be 3-3 at that point, wouldn't you? Or no?
Yeah, they'd be 3-3.
No, because if you beat Cincinnati twice.
And you split with Baltimore. Oh yeah. They're 4-2.
Which is when's the last time you can say the Browns won the division with a 4-2 record? It's been a while. And I honestly think that's the only way the Browns are going to sneak into the playoffs is if they have to win the division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because for the wild card, you're competing with Cincinnati, Buffalo, Indy, the Chargers.
What happened to Buffalo? Didn't they start off like 7-1 or 7-2? And then they got to worry about Josh Allen might not. Well, on Josh Allen, man. You got that big contract. Big contract.
I mean, he's still getting fantasy points. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, as far as his injury, I mean, he came back and played on it and ran on it. I'm not saying he looked 100%. He looked like 60, 65%, but he still finished the game on it. So if it's a thing that they can fix in a week or two, they might shut him down. If they can't, if it's like a 6-week plus, I just think he's going to play on it, provided he can't make it worse, whatever it is. Everybody's Googling to see if there's any news on Josh Allen.
Yeah, I know day to day because I got him in my one fantasy.
Yeah. I got him in. But
I had to. It's an ESPN league, which I hate the ESPN league because the way they're scoring set up. I've lost the game, which you know about Clint because of a stupid stat correction or some shit by like 0.2 or some shit. But so I had Allen and Mahomes, and when Mahomes was on his little stretch where he wasn't doing shit, I needed a running back. So I traded Mahomes away and got Eckler straight up. But now that Allen's hurt, I'm like, shit. Because there ain't nothing on the waiver wire in that league. I'm like, I might have just fucked myself.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's still getting fantasy points, and I don't think he's going to miss any time, at least not for that. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I've got a squad where I'm running just solo quarterback, and because Georgia locks his rosters going into the playoffs, I made an acquisition, I think, today, and still looking out just to make sure I have that second guy.
Glad I locked my quarterbacks up.
But yeah, I've got Allen in I believe it's the Dueling Aces League. So I mean that was a rough first half. I was looking at that score at the end of the first half, and he had like 100 and something points, and I'm just like, oh my god, it doesn't matter. I got crushed regardless. But yeah, that's
yeah. I had a rough week in the one fantasy league because I went and picked up I needed running back help, so I went out and got Coleman from the Jets, who ended up being out. I already had Mitchell from the 49ers, who was out. I had Swift, who was out. So, and then I went and picked up Jamal Williams, COVID. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I go to the waiver wire. I got lucky and picked up Sony Michel, which with Henderson being out, that might not be that bad. But I picked up that Wilson from the 49ers. It's like, fuck,
Jeff Wilson.
It's like, I've got my ass kicked this week, and that's only because half my team didn't show up. But it's like the fact that was one of the choices that I had to make because of COVID and injuries and everything else. It's going to cost me a win.
It's funny you brought up it's Christmas, it's COVID outbreak. I was like, nah, man, it's fantasy football playoffs.
Yeah, right.
And there's a whole lot of people that are about to be really unhappy.
Yeah, I mean, my money league that I'm in, it was $100 to get in. I'm still in that one. I'm in fourth for that, and knock on wood, but because I'm winning this week, I need to win out. Because I think their playoffs start next week or something. I think most of them start next week, right?
Usually, I was gonna say most playoffs would start this coming week, unless you use the last week of the season for your championship game. In which case, if you do, you should get your ass out of that league and get to a real league that knows how things work.
Yeah, because I don't know how many times I got screwed because dudes would sit because they were playing the last week of the season, and and the team's got to play off the first stuff, and it's like there's no point.
Yeah, championship week has to be the week before the last week of the season. It has to be.
Well, and that's why I'm kind of glad the NFL changed it too, though, where they have a lot of division matchups to end the season. But still, a lot of guys are still going to rest if they got a good enough lead to go into the playoffs.
Yep, absolutely.
It might.
I was gonna say I'm in a position where I'm paying attention. My fate is in somebody else's hands for whether I make the playoffs or not. I'm actually in the league I run. I'm the 5th seed right now, and I lost. I lost by scoring. This is standard scoring. I put up 140 points. The only team that put up more was the team I was facing, who put up 153. And that was all Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams last night.
He's like
that. He's got the combo. So that means that the guy in 6th place and the guy in 7th place trying to get in, the one is going to be a win. The other one has Stafford, the kicker, Gay, and I can't remember who.
So hot right now, by the way.
He's got 3 guys going tonight. Here's the problem: I lose the tiebreaker against either one of those 2. So if they both win, I'm gone from 5th seed to just out.
Yeah, like free falling.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. Them leagues tough. This one league in Adams League, like it's like 3 people that's like 500, and everybody else is like adjusted at 6 and 7 and 5. It's like 5 of us fighting for like 4 playoff spots. Like somebody's gonna be odd man out.
I'm glad you're sitting down for this one, Zolt. Doug is leading that league. He's in 1st.
Really?
Yes.
Go, Doug.
He's been kicking ass all year. I think he's like 10-3 or something like that. Or I think that's what his record was.
I'm salty, man. Yeah, he 10-3. I'm behind him at 8-5.
Well,
he beat me twice.
here's the records in my league: 9-4, 8-5, 8-5, 8-5, 7-6, 6-7, 6-7.
Oh shit!
That's your top 7 guys for 6 playoff spots.
Oh
like
boy!
League.
Yeah. I'm pissed. I think my rookie year with any of Georgia's leagues was last year, and I won I think 2 of them that I was in. Jesus Christ, did I have a sophomore slump? I'm in all 3 of them, and I'm only going to be in the playoffs in 1. And dude, I'm talking about.
Did George tell you always win the first year you're in?
No, he never told me
that. That's how that works.
That's not true. I'm like dead last or 2 spots away from being last.
In the one league, I'm seriously 1 game better than the Jaguars at this point at 3-10. That's bad.
Yeah, that's rough.
I thought he was
going to be right here.
That's what he said he was going to be there soon, didn't he?
I swear, I don't know who's running this thing. I'm also pissed off I haven't gotten to use this damn thing yet. I mean, come on.
I know, right?
What's the?
We've had helicopters and dogs and everything else. And the bad thing is before I got online, dude, there was one that went by. It was so fucking loud. I had the headphones on, and it sounded like it was right outside my window. That's how loud it was. And of course, nothing now. Well, I'll keep the window open.
I mean, I got all kinds of shit on here I can just play with. There's that. I mean, I don't know what the hell that's for.
I don't know what time he put it in there.
But see what they do. What do this button do?
It's horrible. I kind of maybe we'll go to break. I was really hoping George would pop on because as soon as he popped on, I was going to take us to break. just because. But no, he's going slow.
Well, he's probably at home. He's just got to give himself something to eat.
Yes, Doug. Does it exactly?
I like how Smartass put in the chat about if you want to be like the leader, take these picks this week. It's like get the fuck out of here. Which I'm so mad.
What a difference a year makes.
Oh, I'm telling you, like we want to pick after that last year because we always ask what Doug picked because I want to go the opposite way. But I'm so mad that literally I have 3 losses this whole week in picks: Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, all AFC North teams. You got screwed by the AFC North this week.
Yep. Lord knows that's never happened.
Only got 2 wrong. Got the Bengals and the Panthers.
I knew better. I knew better than doing. That's why I went with the Falcons.
Panthers dead to me. They cost me money too.
And Cam got benched again. Super Cam no more.
He came back though, right? They benched him, then they let him back in the second half.
Yeah. I'm just curious what they're. I mean, did you see that? I mean, think about this. If you look at the top 10 in the draft, what is it? The Jets are at 5 and 6, and the Giants are 7 and 8.
Yeah, I haven't seen what it is after this past week.
But I mean, could you think about that?
It was looking like that.
Both New York teams are going to get 4 straight picks, literally, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and they can seriously make some headway to turn them teams around.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because I thought I saw the 2 New York teams. We don't call Buffalo a New York team, but they lost by a combined score of like 65-20 or something like that. See, George has made it, so time to go to break.
I was walking around with my hound one day. She come along with a poodle and it started to play. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. I said, honey, our puppets are drawing attention. She said, come on inside, I'll show you the whole collection. Hot dog, yeah, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. With this woman child, she dealt me 3 of a kind, and every one of them wild. Hot dog, hot dog, yeah, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. She said, let's spin the bottle, and we spun it mightily. When the spunner got to spinning, it was pointed at me. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. I think I'm getting lucky. Hot dog, I might be getting me some. She had an nymphomaniac sister. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. We went out for ice cream, and I said, honey, I'm down to my stick. She said, my mouth is so dry, I wish I had something to lick. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Hot dog, oh, hot dog, ooh, hot dog, hot dog. I might be getting lucky. It's hot.
Perfect timing.
Okay, and first off, hang on, I got to do this. Doug, you picked the Jets. That's your own damn fault.
Yeah.
That's like saying you got screwed by the Texans just because you were dumb enough to pick them.
What did my picks end up at yesterday other than abysmal?
Below the Mendoza line?
You're not as bad as Sean.
Well,
A plus?
Did I have more than 5?
Yes. After the
I like how he always asks, do I
after the
have more than
Packers
5?
game.
Like,
After the Packers game, yes, you had more than 5.
Yes.
So we need to have Colin for Sean again.
Sean is sitting at 6. Bruiser's actually sitting at 7.
Yeah! Suck it, Sean.
Ryan's at 10. Doug's at 12. Zolt's at 10. Clint's at 11. Akers at 10. I'm at 9. Suds is at 9. Bruiser and Shrods both come in at 7. Sean at 6. Adam with 10.
I don't even pretend to know, like, how to pick. I just,
Pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a more arbitrary way to do it that might end up yielding better results. But, it's how it is.
I mean, where have results ever gotten you? I mean, whatever.
Right. Sorry
Right.
for the delay. I'm on my phone driving home from my mother's because I had to help my 4-foot mom set up her 10-foot Christmas tree.
I know a few of those.
It's going to really benefit when we get a train this time around because Zolt's not going to be able to use the train thing like he wanted.
I mean, it's still there. I just won't be as quick on the button as George. It's there. Oh, just an FYI, to close the show, George, you got to run the intro.
Yep.
Did you seriously ask?
You didn't see it?
Ain't no rules when the boss ain't here.
Yep. Got your back, though. I got you. Yep.
We had it planned to where 2 things. One, as soon as you got on, we were all going to leave the studio, but then we were afraid you wouldn't let us back in. And
Yep.
2, we were getting to the point where, and Zolt was joking about, we're going to do the exit and, out is the intro. We're going to do the break was going to be the intro, and then the hot dog song was going to take us out. They're going to have everything all fucked up.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
And George's first words would have been never again.
That's the goal.
Are you kidding? Clint will tell you, did you see the episode last night?
Yeah.
I saw like 47 people on screen.
It was very interesting, wasn't it, Clint?
Yeah. Also kind of dark in terms of Catholic priesthood and
Yeah.
Me Too movement.
It went sideways real quick.
It got dark.
It got real dark.
Although I will tell
apparently my biggest pet peeve is the Christmas story being played 24 hours.
That's awesome. You shut your mouth because that is my holiday tradition to watch it at least twice.
Right?
Hey, I don't got a problem with watching it. I watch it once a Christmas too. I watch it every year. I just don't like the 24-hour thing. 24-hour.
I can understand that, but there is no amount of convincing on the planet that will let me count Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
We beat this
ever.
We don't have that kind of time left on the show.
I know.
Yeah.
Get to the pitch.
Yeah. Bruiser, you're going to start a whole different thing, man.
Yeah.
That would almost be a great out-of-bounds topic for this time of year.
I was going to say, that's a whole separate
By
show.
the way,
except...
Bruce Willis even said it's not a Christmas movie, but yet that don't mean nothing.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's a whole separate show, and in fact, it was.
Yep. That's touche.
Here, Clint, I woke up and chose violence this morning.
Oh, you would have been perfect for the show yesterday then, because
Wow.
Well, while George is getting himself set up there for the picks, I'm going to start scrolling up through this injury report, and y'all let me know if anybody if you give
Can I
a
say
damn
one
about it.
thing?
Yeah.
Real quick. I want to give a shout out to Bruce Arias because they asked him about Tom Brady running for the touchdown, and he said, "Shut that shit down, never again." He's like, "Don't you think about running again?"
That's good.
Did we?
Go ahead, Bruce.
Sorry, man. Like I said, I'm on a delay. I'll be
No,
home
you're
shortly.
fine.
So,
Go for it.
did you guys talk about what the Broncos did for Demaryius Thomas yesterday?
We had
Yes. We haven't talked about it, but absolutely, that's definitely a thing we need to get into.
Because I thought what they did to start the game with leaving the X receiver off the field was amazing.
Yep.
and taking the
taking the delay of game and the Lions declining the penalty.
Yep.
Right. It was very cool.
I think I like the interception by Simmons though, which by the way was a nice play. Like that dive, and he got up and went to the 88 and spun the ball on there and just stood, and then the rest of the team just came around. I'm like, that's nice.
So I know Zolt's all about the numbers. So Demaryius Thomas's number was 88, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Broncos' final touchdown drive of the game was 88 yards.
Yep. Irony, isn't it?
I thought that was rather poetic.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things work out sometimes.
It sucks that, something like this happened, but much like what Washington did when Sean Taylor was murdered and passed away, the celebration that the team and the fans and even the players on the opposing teams put on is beautiful. I mean, it really was beautiful to see that type of outpouring, from the Detroit players and the Broncos players. I mean, and this is a guy who he wasn't in the league this year, but he played with them last year. So it wasn't like some retiree who had been gone from the game for the last 30 years. He was in that huddle not even 12 months ago.
All right, you want to hear something more ironic? Or, the poetic, as you say? I just happened to look up. I always keep my tablet on the charger because it seems to drain a lot when we're on the show. Guess what percentage is that right now?
88%.
Damn straight. How poetic is that? I just looked up and thought, I'm like, perfect timing.
I mean, have they said what he passed away from yet? Was it?
They thought it was a seizure.
Seizures.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I read something about a seizure.
Yeah, they say he been having bout with seizures for like the last year.
How not to open a can of worms, but how quickly does that, if the family lets him do it, does that brain get inspected by Boston to see if it has any ties to football?
I think we're at a point now where I think anybody that's ever played the game is going to get to that point and just see, because it's a common thing nowadays. Like, I think everybody should get a thing to do it, to be honest with you.
I know that there are several wrestlers who have said, when we're done, Mick Foley was one of them, send my brain to Nowitzki in Boston. And
that shit scrambled, bro.
Right. It was oh
my God.
All the bumps he's taken. But I mean, I remember the Junior Seau suicide. Like, he shot himself in the chest so that the brain could go to Boston.
They can examine his brain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How about 30? He had a collision with Fred McCurry in practice, it like cracked his helmet. Like you could see it. That's how hard they collided. I'm like, wow. Like, wow. Like, that's
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Injury report. Here we go. Oh,
yep.
Now.
Fire it up, Dave. Go
okay.
ahead.
Anybody here care that Tyler Heineke is getting an MRI in his knee? Okay, moving on.
No.
I care about his teammate.
Right. Yeah, I care about his running back and his wide receiver.
Motherfucker gave me 0 points. Fuck.
Yeah. Josh Allen has a mild case of turf toe. He's supposed to go through a test.
I think the thing that freaked people out was he was in the walking boot after the game, so they thought it was more severe than turf toe. So,
well, I mean, don't get me wrong, turf toe has kept players out for weeks. So, hopefully, it's not that big of a deal. For those of you who own him, such as myself.
Pick it up and roll on, big boy.
Aaron Rodgers hopes to avoid minor surgery.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is in some deep caca.
Yeah, moving on from him. Melvin Gordon dealing with a sprained thumb.
What did Aaron Rodgers do now?
No, it's his broken pinky toe. And he busted it up real good, and apparently after last night's game, it's really, really bad.
Well, his team in the hunt for the championship. He ain't taking no rest. He playing.
He can take off Christmas Day. I'm cool with that.
I was gonna say
Christmas Day.
If he gets banged up and beat up enough that he actually has to be out on Christmas Day, oh well.
We ain't gonna be mad.
Nope.
I don't own him in any league.
I don't either.
I own him in one. I own him in one of Adam's leagues.
Is that a home game or is that in?
It's
Lambeau?
in Green Bay.
It's in Lambeau.
Boo! My family's all going elsewhere. It's just me and the wife and the kids for Christmas. I was gonna say if that game's in Cleveland, we might have something to do Christmas Day.
If you want to drive to the frozen tundra, by all means, go for it.
Fuck that.
Melvin Gordon has a sprained thumb, but I mean, he sprained the thumb during the game and he finished the game. So, which is a shame because I'd love to see more Javonte Williams out there. Kareem Hunt, hey, you guys know who that is? Missing week 15.
Yeah.
And Troy Hill.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, did Cleveland run the ball yesterday? I missed more running back stats yesterday.
I think he got hit. He got hit on a low hit. I don't know who that safety was. That hit was low. As soon as he seen, I'm like, yeah, he's hurt.
Did that hit come before or after the Lamar Jackson hit?
Before.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Adam, your Panthers. Sam Darnold. It's possible he might come back. I know you were hoping for that. Still a few weeks away.
I have a better option right now because Cam just looked like God shit. Like
I have a mini helmet collection that I ended up getting a Sam Darnold Panthers helmet. I already have a Sam Darnold Jets helmet. My daughter, 6 years old, I said, here, have a helmet. And it's out of the box, and she plays with it, even with his signature on it. That's how much I care about Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Well, he could, in theory, be back week 16. So, might want to stash him so you can throw him in the fantasy football playoffs. DJ Moore, day-to-day with a hamstring.
Oh God, I got him in like 4 leagues.
at least though, they're calling him day-to-day and not week-to-week because those hamstrings. Yeah.
Tricky.
Terry McLaurin. Hey, speaking of 0 points, there he is. Enters concussion protocol today.
He ain't playing.
I seen that.
Monitor that.
Woo-wee. Your head shouldn't hit the field like that. Yeah,
anybody here got Will Fuller stashed on your IR list just in case he ever plays again? Just do what I did.
He played this year?
Just do what I did. Just drop him. I mean, he ain't playing this week, so just get rid of him.
I was half tempted to Julio Jones, and then he came back yesterday. Thank God for that. I needed a wide receiver.
Yeah. Philip Lindsay tested positive. We're going to be seeing a lot of that as I scroll up this list. Lamar Jackson, low ankle sprain. It's not the dreaded high ankle sprain because we know that can be like 3 to 6 weeks.
Right.
So, assuming they rest that up and do whatever they do to it.
I mean, Huntley doesn't look that bad. He's just like Lamar. He just can't pass. He just runs all over you.
And I mean, it's rough when you aren't getting starter reps and you get thrown into a game.
Right.
All right. What did you say at the beginning of the show? Because my cousin put a big LOL with a laughing face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So the show opener, I am going to have to go back and...
I don't know what you're talking about. I think, God, what was it? It was George is busy researching Aaron Rodgers' toe injury, which is code for he's just surfing wiki feet.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see him back at some point.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, you're welcome. We know all about tonight's game. Tyler Higbee out, Jalen Ramsey out. So far for Arizona, Chase Edmonds not activated. I hope nobody was hoping. Sorry, George. Hope nobody. Wait, wait. I needed him activated. I need you to win that fucking match.
I know.
Oh God. What are you doing, George?
I know. I needed that so bad. They said it was likely he was going to play, and I'm going, you better freaking play.
You know what happens if you lose, right? If you lose, I'm out of the playoffs.
Oh. Well, I've got it covered right now by 40 points.
Yeah, I had it covered yesterday going into the second half of the Packer game too.
Well, the Odell Beckham touchdown has helped, so.
Darren Wall.
You're praying and hoping. All your prayers and hopes and dreams are riding on Odell Beckham Jr.
I'm okay with that. I'm probably the only one here, but I'm okay with that.
I got him in my ESPN league.
I got him in an NFL league too, starting, so the touchdown helps.
See? Ain't nobody on this panel angry about it right now. We're all happy about it.
I just need D-Hop. I need to see how many points D-Hop got.
You're only angry with if he's on your actual NFL team. Darren Waller iffy for week 15, so we'll call that questionable. Alexander Madison shows up on the COVID list today.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Thank God. I mean, just stay the hell away from Cook. That's all I'm saying.
Please stay away from him. Keep Dalvin Cook away from him.
Miami Dolphin, Malcolm Brown. How long has it been since we heard that name? He might actually return this week. He's been gone since like week 7. Running back, Miami, Malcolm Brown.
I don't know none of that running backs.
He used to be with the Rams, wasn't he?
Well, and that's
I think he was.
Miami's running back situation is in a world of hurt. They don't have any active running backs currently.
Okay, Miles Garrett.
So they need him.
Any of them good?
Everybody else is out, and Duke Johnson is on their practice squad and will probably be activated for this week.
I was going to say Gaskin actually has had some decent games, but yeah. Okay.
He had less than 3 yards to carry. I feel so bad for him.
He's had games. Josh Allen is technically day-to-day with his foot. Austin Eckler was on did not participate. It was a simulated practice because they play Thursday. I'm sure he's good to go. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's dinged up, so just hold him out. I mean, Christ, he and Herbert, between those two, have just been insane.
I have them both.
I heard you.
You're welcome.
Kansas City, Josh Gordon tests positive.
After he gets his first of the year.
Yeah, well, he earned his money.
Yeah, goodbye.
I'm about to say for weed. That's been so long.
Now, a guy that you may have stashed on your IR slot, Michael Carter for the Jets. He's expected back this week. Darrell Henderson, obviously not playing. Sorry?
Elijah Moore's out for the rest of the year, isn't he? Or for the Jets, the wide receiver?
Expects Moore to return from IR for the final 2 games of the season.
Okay.
So if you got him, you might be able to use him in the fantasy football championship game.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Maybe.
I'm only going to be in I'm in the one playoff of George's league. That's it this year.
Okay, I mentioned Madison tested positive. Madison just entered 10-day quarantine today, so don't expect ain't no quick return for him.
Nope.
Let's see, tight end for San Diego for the Chargers. Sorry, Jared Cook, quad injury.
Ooh.
He was in for one play that he dropped on a freaking touchdown.
Well, that was
really?
Obviously, that's why you don't put him in for that one play. And we're gonna end it all off with your quarterback and mine, Andy Dalton, dealing with a hand fracture.
Dealing with what?
A hand fracture.
Oh shit!
How he fractured his hand? He didn't play yesterday.
I was gonna say not throwing. It's actually his non-throwing hand. Small break, no surgery. He'll just heal up, so he'll be able to back up Justin Fields. So
Yeah, I say just get the surgery, Dalton. Just.
How bad does Nick Foles have to feel? Just you can't beat Andy Dalton for that number 2 spot.
I want a Super Bowl, damn it. I beat Tom Brady.
He's got a ring and Dalton doesn't. Like, how the hell are you third string quarterback in Chicago? Oh wait, it's Matt Nagy.
That's true too.
I'm surprised he's still there. I don't think he will be at the end of the year though.
Can you imagine if they had won that game last night? We'd probably be stuck with him for another year.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently they're trying to pluck a college coach with all the rumors going around.
I hear Urban Meyer might be available.
Yeah, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
That rumor about the Bears Ryan Day came out and denied that rumor. He said that's not true.
He'll get fired.
Con has turned around and already said. Con has stuck with each of the coaches so far, each of the other coaches. He has stuck with them for 3 years or more. Don't expect it to happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but none of the other coaches have brought that much shame.
It doesn't matter. Con
it does, but it does.
Not to this Russian. It don't. I'm telling you right now. Don't expect any changes. Do not expect any changes.
No, the college coach. I know it's not going to happen, but I think it's funny how all of a sudden Ryan Day's name gets brought up for Chicago.
That's what I was talking about. Ryan Day flat out denied that. He said, "I don't." No way. I'll put my. He said, "I ain't interested in no."
It's a believable rumor because of his tie to Justin Fields.
Well, that's the only.
And also who was the guy that they were interviewing? I think he had like a tie to Ryan Day too.
Trace Armstrong, former lineman or whatever, was supposed to be going to be in the Jacksonville. Yeah, I read that article too.
You said you're the Texas fan, Bruiser?
I am.
Yeah, they took your Ohio State quarterback.
Quinn Edwards, y'all took our quarterback.
They got
Might
a hell of
be
a lot.
good.
I'm pissed off that Michigan let go, and that's worthy.
Quarterback's not going to be able to do anything if they don't get a defense.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, is that our full list there, Zolt?
Yeah, we're good. We move on to the picks. I'll throw some numbers at you here real quick, just because. We actually have 4 games.
Your numbers
this week.
help me with my picks.
I see that I'm providing a service, just like the injury report. Just one seems to be more appreciated than the other.
I appreciate them both.
We got double-digit spreads in 4 games this week, including
Wow.
I think the granddaddy is that 13.5 spread. We only have one over/under above 50, and I'm not even going to hold it out there. It's the Thursday game. It's Kansas City against the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
So
all
50
offense
and
and no defense.
That's about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, remember, there's no Monday Night Football. We've got Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, no Monday?
No Monday. We start the Saturday stuff for the next couple of weeks. It's all Saturday. It's Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
So if you make your
fantasy wise, make sure your shit is ready to go.
Is tonight the last Monday nighter?
Yep.
Boy, they picked a dud of a game to end the Monday night season on. They could have flexed that Buffalo Buffalo Tampa.
Yeah. It's like, that one would have been a little bit better. Well, but this is a divisional game though too, but yeah. Last time it was definitely a different dance, that's for sure.
Oh.
Alrighty. I was gonna say I wanted to make sure I brought up about because it got brought up earlier in the chat. Just needed to go double check to see the Akers versus Hawkman matchup to see if he's getting a little closer. 1306 to 1229.
Is Akers losing?
Yes, he is.
Good.
I beat him this week in one league.
And by the way, did he? Wait a minute.
If he loses that game, he's out of the playoffs, isn't he?
He's in the league I beat him in. He's already out. It's like his worst league.
I'm at the DA league. Getting he out of the playoffs?
He's already out. He's in 7th. He is already out.
If I win my game tonight, I will be in 5th. Therefore, I will be better than Akers this season in fantasy football. Suck it, Akers.
He'll tell you. He'll ask you which league. He's in like 20 different leagues too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am facing Doug. I'm sorry. I'm facing Doug in the DA league. And Doug actually needs to win to knock out Akers. That's the situation.
Isn't Doug winning?
Let's go, Doug.
Doug is losing right now.
He said he need 130 from Michelle.
Yeah, he needed 130 points from Sony Michelle right now.
Sorry, Doug. No can do. You can't do it.
Nope. Zolt's like, nope, not gonna happen. Nope.
Hey, I got Sony Michelle going. He got me a couple points already.
He's got 30.
3 guys I'm watching right now that are Stafford, Sony Michelle, and is it Matt Gay, the kicker? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a kicker too in the league.
Are you all going against them?
No, see, George is going against them in my league, and George needs to win or I am out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what's kind of going on right now in the Ohio League because Clint put an ass whooping on me, and I think I'm out.
Because that league is such a clusterfuck. I was like bomb to last, and he's second now.
Yeah, I think.
Come on, Star. Me and you in the finals, man.
I think for everybody else, that's how the thing is playing out. I think I still need to just make up 120 more points than what Brandon scored right now. And if I do that, I will still hold on to the 6th spot and be in the playoffs. But there's Stafford better get his ass in gear.
You want to hear crazy though? So that game I just mentioned, George is playing against the team of Pete Top, Kevin Bottom. If George wins, he's out. He's out of the playoffs. That's the guy that's the guy that leads the league in points. And he might not make the playoffs.
Fuck.
Yeah, unfortunately, like in my other league, I'm the lowest. I was the lowest scoring winner in this league for a little while. But then, of course, I will never draft Ryan Tannehill ever again or put my faith in Tennessee.
Yep.
That's totally not going to happen. And I'm up to 132.8, and he's up to 90. So still got 42 points.
Long way to go.
And their Rams are in the red zone again. So
give it to Michelle.
Michelle will work.
How about, hey, you know what?
Or
we can all agree.
Michelle.
We can all agree. Give it to Van Jefferson.
Let Michelle run the ball.
All right, well, let's get this kicked off with the Thursday nighter here. We've got the Chiefs at the Chargers. I did not see anybody else's picks roll through except for Doug's.
I was going to say Doug's broadcasted his far and wide.
Yeah. Yes, he did. I will throw it into the corner. No. Later, get out of here. There's the pickers. All right, so.
Well, Matt gave us a field goal. Yay.
No.
Okay, you're like way ahead of me.
No.
Yay for me.
I just now saw the play that took him to 4th down.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry. I ain't know you're that
You're fine.
All right.
NFL app.
Zolt, who would you like?
Even the Chiefs. I mean, we made fun of them because, all offense, no defense. Chiefs have actually had a defense recently, which is kind of weird. Wasn't expecting that. So I'm going to go Kansas City.
In LA, huh?
Yep.
All right. Clint?
Yeah, that's funny because I was talking to my boss and he's a Chiefs fan, and I told him the same thing. I said, man, the Chiefs is hot right now. I'm rolling with my home until you cool down. I'm going with the Chiefs too.
I don't disagree. Bruiser?
Oh, the Chiefs are hot right now. They went from being a dumpster fire to turning that ship around the right way. So I'll go with the Chiefs.
Adam?
Give me the Chefs.
And Doug said, F the Chiefs. Well, Doug, that's why Doug chose the Chargers.
Did he?
Yep, he did.
Wow. Yeah, there's your answer.
Doug chose the Chargers. He is telling Mahomes, eat the big fatty.
Yeah, he's gonna leave my homie alone, man.
Next up, Raiders at the Browns. Adam?
Oh, you son of a bitch, you. Well, and I picked the Ravens last week and we lost, so I'm going to pick the Browns this week so the Raiders can win. Do Doug a solid.
Doug didn't even pick
Doug didn't even take the Raiders. Doug didn't even take the Raiders. Doug took the Browns.
The Browns lose. I'm kicking your ass.
Go for it.
Bruiser.
Over the Raiders, the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns. Clint?
Yeah, Browns. Chubb goes for $1.25.
If they know how to run the ball, they stopped doing it after the second quarter.
Well, the Ravens have a nice run defense. I'll give them that credit. You can run on the Raiders.
Wow. Mr. Burrich also going with the Chargers. Holy shnikes.
Hey, the Chargers can lose. I just need Herbert, Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan. I just need all them stuff to go off.
Mr. Zolt, who would you like?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that game, Raiders and Chiefs, was something to watch, especially in the red zone, because you saw a lot of highlights and a lot of highlights fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes you prone for overreaction, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure at this point we know what Vegas is and what they aren't. So give me the Chiefs. Give me the Browns. I'll take the Chiefs too. Fuck them. I'll take them all. Anybody but the Raiders.
Oh, that's funny. Next up on Saturday night, we have the Patriots at the Colts.
That was a Cardinals.
Saturday night.
It's the Patriots at the Colts.
You got a time for that game?
Hang on.
8:20, I think.
Yeah.
Damn, I might miss that
Yes.
game.
Yep,
Yeah.
8:20.
8:20.
Okay. Well,
I am going with the Patriots on this one. Burridge took the Colts. Doug took the Patriots. Clint.
oh, man, who's at home again?
The Colts.
Man, Patriots also been hot. But I'm going with walking 2-1 stuff. They gotta lose eventually.
Okay.
And the AFC picture gotta get more muddier, okay? It can't just be one team that just looks like a clear contender.
Bruiser, who would you like?
Who is it again?
It's the
Sorry, say goodnight to the boy.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry. Patriots at the Colts.
Oh, man.
I
Colts
know.
coming off a bye. I really like what they're doing. This is a wild card game for them. Good night, Bubba. Oh, Patriots are so good, though. This isn't one of those, oh, do I have to pick one kind of games. This is, I don't want to pick one because I just want to watch the game and enjoy it because I think it'll be a good game. I'm going to go with the Patriots, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts won.
Sorry. I'm getting messages. Board from Coach. Adam.
Yeah, I think Winston's going to end up throwing 3 picks, so I'm going to go Patriots.
Zolt.
Yeah, that's the thing. Patriots are, I mean, not only are the Patriots hot, I mean, they're on a 7-game win streak. That's
And
one more win.
nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, I was going to say one more win. That's 2 damn months of not losing. I do agree, though. That has to stop at some point. I mean, this is the NFL. And as good as that team is.
The defense is, I mean, in a windstorm, they let Matt go 2 for 3 for 19 yards and just handed the ball off. And the Bills couldn't stop the run. Your quarterback threw 3 attempts, and Buffalo's sitting there going, It's like, hello, did you not see a game plan? Did you not see a pattern here? They weren't throwing the ball. All you had to do was try to stop
Well,
the
they
run.
can't stop the run anyway, because Leonard Fournette bust off all like 2 50-yard runs on them yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, I thank Mr. Fournette for that, by the way.
I actually think coming out of that bye week, the Colts take them.
Okay.
It might be the only game they lose the rest of the way, but I think the Colts take it.
Okay. Excuse me. Next up, Sunday, 1 o'clocker. Cowboys at the Giants. Bruiser, who do you like?
Oh, definitely not the Giants.
Adam?
Let me think. Cowboys?
Sure you don't want the wheel of death on this one?
I mean, that's what they're basically doing with the quarterback position, right?
Yeah.
In
Zolt?
New York.
How about them Cowboys?
Well, it is in New York, so the turf can get anybody. Clint?
Right. So it's in New York, so the spread isn't 14.
So it's 11. So it's 11, right?
10 and a half.
10?
10.5.
Listen up.
I can see that. God, the Giants have Freddie Kitchens. You really think I'm gonna pick them to win a football game?
I don't know.
What is it with all those Brown? What is it with all the
picking
other Browns
the Giants.
coaches ending up in New York? At either the Jets or the Giants?
Well, Shermer went to the Giants too.
Yeah.
Hey. We battled. That's all that matters. No, Cowboys. Ain't no way in hell I'm picking the Giants to win the game. Win the game. Who's their quarterback?
Should have been Jake Fromm, but they started fucking Glennon it over fucking Danny Dimes.
Because if it's Daniel Jones, you know he's gonna fall on. You know he's just gonna trip again.
I don't know if Jones is healthy yet. Hang on. Let me see if he's there. There's too many Jones in this league. Daniel Jones. Neck injury. Estimated return is not this week.
I'm sorry. The damn Monday night game was hiding underneath 6 fucking ads. I thought we were missing somebody. The Vikings and Bears. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
That Monday nighter, too. Jesus Christ.
Heaven forbid we missed that game.
Good Lord.
So it is a Monday night game.
There is a Monday night. Usually once they do start the Saturdays, though, there are no more Mondays. So
that's the Monday night game?
That is the Monday night. Well, I guess we're going to get a few more bodies and ratings on Monday night next week. Yay. Us.
God, I don't even be picking that motherfucker.
Good Lord have mercy.
Daniel Jones is supposed to meet with a specialist today to get another scan on his neck to see how he's doing. So I have not heard any result from that.
Yeah, he might not play.
The Mike Glennon Show.
Hell, I don't even think I picked the Giants right now if Eli was still there.
Well, I don't know. It depends who's the wide receivers. With
Right.
Eli. give me a couple other wide receivers with Eli. We'll talk.
Golden Tate.
Oh man, wow! I can't believe we're back here again.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking pick this fucking game. Can we just scrap this one?
Oh Jesus! It has to be done.
The
Texans are at the Jags.
Oh my God!
You know who's Zolt's pick already? You gotta ask him.
Talk about
prison inmate.
I mean, God, yeah. Well, what was it? The rookie came in and was on a small tear, but that's all they gave him credit for was a small tear. Wow. Burridge and Doug both took the Jags. Ugh. Wow, this is a true coin flipper. Jeez.
Wheel of death. Wheel of death.
No, fuck that. I got coins. I got coins in here now. We're back to coin flipping. All right. Heads we get Texans. Tails we get Jags. Whoop! Son of a, dropped it.
What was the floor? A tie?
That would be great. Shit, it's tails. God damn Jags. Well, I guess that's who I'm going with. Damn it. Adam, who do you want?
Neither. Oh my god. Fuck it. Just for shits and giggles, flip the coin.
Ooh.
Don't drop it though.
All right. Texans.
No, that's why I'm going
to South Carolina.
I wanted to do it up on the coin flip so I can go the opposite way. Jag.
Zolt?
I'm going to go with the Jags, and they damn well better feed Robinson that ball.
Agreed. I don't know what's going on over there.
Not for fantasy purposes.
Well, no.
100% for fantasy purposes.
They literally pulled a Cleveland and didn't run the football.
Yeah.
So, have no idea. Clint?
My memory serves me correctly. I picked the Texans, I think, to actually to win the game this year.
The one time you picked them.
And I said I would never pick them again this year. But with this whole shit show with Urban Meyer and Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence, David Mills threw for 300 yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans on this one. Final score will probably be 6-3.
Well, let's hold. I mean, you can hold the horses up a little, but I mean, remember that wasn't a lot of garbage time considering that Seattle had the game in hand. So
they're still better than the Jags.
All right, I'll take that one pick closer to you. And now to the fun person of the group, because we know that he's just going to love this pick. Mr. Bruiser.
I'll take the Texans.
Best for last.
Wow.
He just said flat out, give me the Texans. Ooh, no,
I don't trust the Jaguars or Urban Meyer, who's going to get fired in a few weeks.
He's not getting fired.
He's going to get fired.
He's not getting fired. All right. Next up, Titans at the Steelers. Adam.
Oh. I don't honestly see Pittsburgh winning another game this year, so Titans.
I concur with that. I also chose Titans. Bruiser.
Oh, the Titans. That's a shit show over there in Pittsburgh, and I also wouldn't be surprised if when Roethlisberger left, if Tomlin got shown the door.
Or Tomlin just leaves.
Or he leaves, yeah.
I was going to say, Tomlin would be the first coach to voluntarily just walk away.
He might, but I mean, if you look at the number of coaching vacancies that might happen this year, you got Jacksonville, you've got.
Well, remember when Tomlin jokingly turned around and said, had that little question about going to the college ranking? What team was that?
USC.
They asked him about, and he turned around and he was like, "Yeah, no." What other colleges have open positions that might sit there and go, "Hey"?
He wouldn't listen. He's the wrong color to coach at Notre Dame.
Not necessarily. They just hired Freeman.
I was going to say, and it wouldn't be the first time that they had a black coach.
It wouldn't be the first time, but you know how well they treated Willingham there. How well the boosters. I'm not.
I was going to say, I
was
think
not
Tomlin
trying to.
I think Tomlin would be a better choice, though. I mean,
Probably, but I wasn't trying to make some sort of offhanded racist joke. I was being dead serious.
No, because Notre Dame is flat out, definitely doesn't hide it. But no, I mean, that it would be an interesting, given Tomlin's track record. If
Tomlin was going to go anywhere, I could see him going to the SEC.
What team, though?
I'm not sure. But if we're just spitballing here, I can see him in the SEC on a team with a solid defense and a decent recruit at running back. Like an A&M or a Mississippi,
probably.
Or Mississippi State or Florida.
Well, Florida just got their coach already.
But if they ain't have a coach, Florida would probably been one of the ideal.
But that's just I'm just throwing names of schools out there that I could see him going to.
Had they not hired Heupel, I think Tennessee would have been a good place for Tomlin to go.
Yeah. I could honestly see Tomlin at Vandy.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm sorry, we got off on it. Zolt.
Definitely going to go with Tennessee. I just think they're the better team at this point, even with their injuries. And speaking of injuries, I didn't bring it up on the report, and usually my injury report is strictly for fantasy football purposes. News that, I don't want to call it news, but they did say that they expect Derrick Henry to be back for Week 18.
I was about to mention that fatality might be back.
Yeah.
Let's hope not, because Akers hasn't. Well, Akers ain't going to the championship. I don't think.
It doesn't. No, Week 18 we don't play.
Yeah, Week 18 is purely for.
They said he might come back for the playoff run.
Yep.
I'd say wouldn't you hold him out Week 18 and just, if you make the playoffs, save him for the playoff run.
Well, it depends where they're at.
Just with the AFC so congested right now. Yeah. You bring a whole different dynamic to that team.
Give him like 3 carries, just enough to knock somebody on his ass, and then
right.
He's
be
knocked
fine.
the rust off. He's back.
Clint, your pick.
Oh yeah, Titans.
Oh Jesus! Wow, these games. We got prison inmate games galore. Yeah. Next up, the Jets are at the Dolphins.
Well, at least it's on American soil this time.
Yeah. Huh.
Or was it
Miami? No running game. The Jets, no offense. Wow. It's in Miami. I'll just put it as I'm taking the home team. I don't want any part of this. Zolt?
Miami. It's just they're just better. The Jets don't have an identity right now.
Clint?
Tua versus Zach Wilson. I'm taking Tua all the way.
Bruiser.
Dan went 3 straight games. He can't complete 50% of his passes.
Give me the fish.
Adam?
I'm taking the fish, and I'm saying for fantasy owners, I think Gesicki has a big game.
Who?
Mike Gesicki, the tight end.
Yeah, the tight end. Well, I mean, they don't have any running backs, so.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to be the Waddle and Gesicki show.
Wow, Spencer Rattler committed to South Carolina.
Okay. Next up, Washington's got a new quarterback, Mr. Allen, who kind of put on a nice little display towards the end of the game. But Washington is still Washington's going to go shopping for a center this week because they've now just lost 3 of them.
How about some edge rushers?
Yeah,
Because they went into that game missing
too.
4 of them.
Yeah, that
I
too.
think Jonathan Allen's one of them on the COVID. Ouch.
So Washington is at the Eagles. Ryan and Doug both started off already taking the Eagles. I'm definitely following suit on that one. It's going to be the Eagles at home. Clint?
Jalen Hurts is still dead to me.
Wow.
But I'm gonna pick the Eagles though.
Oh,
Cause if it was Heineke, I would pick the football team, but it's Kyle Allen. I don't know much about Kyle.
That Allen kid was not shy about anything about going against Dallas's defense, and came right in, and all of a sudden they started scoring. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, let's see what you can do against the Eagles, but yeah, I mean, right now Rivera was on NFL radio this afternoon, and he's like, yeah, it's going to be next man up, and everybody's really stepping up as much as possible. It's like, well, okay, well, let's see what they got. But yeah, I'm kind of like, I'll take the home team on this one. Bruiser.
Who plays?
Washington.
Bruiser says, good, I'm taking Washington. Adam.
Without Heineke, I can't pick the football team. So, Eagles.
I do like the fact that it still got me 168 points for defense. Thank you guys very much. Zolt?
Eagles.
Yeah, I'll save everybody the grief. Does anybody really want Detroit against the Cards? Anybody?
No.
That is our large spread of the game.
Really?
13.5. Arizona's favored by.
Yeah, that's just flat out ugly. Panthers at the Bills. I'm taking the Bills. Doug and Ryan took the Bills. Adam.
I don't give a fuck if it's Cam, Sam, fucking whoever. Fucking, I don't care if it's Josh Allen with fucking 1 foot. I'm taking the fucking Bills, even if they got to put in Trubisky.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Them's fighting words. Mic drop. Yep. Bruiser.
Let me look at the schedule again.
Panthers at the Bills.
Oh, fuck that. The Bills. Fuck. No.
I'm like, what are you going to look at? Okay.
I had to look at the game.
All right. Clint.
Wow.
I think I'm going to finish off with Star's trying to say. He said you can have Sam, Cam. You can get the Bills sick and have them read green eggs and ham. They Bills by 30.
Van Jefferson, 52-yard TD reception.
God damn it, man.
Told you that was who you wanted.
Van Jefferson. Damn you.
That could hurt Zolt.
Yeah, I mean, and any touchdown reception on that side is going to hurt me. At least it wasn't like a screen pass to Michelle or something. It's definitely the Bills. I mean, Bills are favored by 10.5. So.
Yeah, I thought I heard a train, but I guess not.
Oh, Zolt, you missed the opportunity.
Excuse me. I need to find it.
I was giving him a minute. It's like, come on, you heard it.
Sorry, I was watching the replay.
Wow, that baby's. Oh yeah.
Yeah, suckers.
Oh, there we go. Wow, Is he done? Jesus.
Probably not.
He was laying on that horn. Good God.
Well, the thing that too is depending on the direction they're coming, we actually have literally two crossings within like eight blocks of each other.
All right. Now for a good 4 o'clock game. Bengals at the Broncos. So far, Burridge took Broncos. Doug took the Bengals. Mr. Zolt, who would you like?
Honestly, I don't. I want to take Cincinnati. I just have not been impressed with them, other than Chase. I mean,
yesterday was sick, and they did talk to Dean this morning about that second Chase touchdown that got called back. And he said, yeah, it was incomplete. He goes, they made it, if you saw the ball really move, then it would be incomplete. But it was one hell of an effort. But the first touchdown that actually did count, that he tap danced that line, that was one of the sickest TDs I've seen. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cincinnati.
Clint?
I need Cincinnati to lose for division purposes, but yeah, I'm going to go with Cincinnati.
Bruiser.
Burrow, Bridgewater. I'll take Burrow.
Cincinnati.
Adam?
I'm going to pull the Bruiser and I'm picking the Bengals, but I don't like it.
Yeah, that bastard screwed me on my damn pick last. 49ers. Should have had it right on the gut, run right down there. No. You decided to freaking try to run the ball 3 times and took it right out of your hot quarterback's hands. Way to go, dumbasses. Don't do that again next week, you dumb shits. Speaking of the punk-ass little bitches, next up, Falcons at the 49ers. No. I'm still not picking them.
Are you serious?
Yep. I will take Atlanta. No. Still not going to take it.
Nobody like nobody that's stubborn.
No.
Nope.
You mad at Jesus. What they do to you? I got a right to be mad at Jalen Hurts. He cost me money.
We ain't got time to get into why George is mad at the 49ers. That's a show.
Oh, no, we're not.
That's a whole other show. Hell, that's a whole year out of bounds times 3. Adam, who would you like?
I'll take the 49ers.
Bruiser?
49ers for sure over the Falcons.
Clint?
Yeah, the Niners.
Zolt?
I'll take the 49ers favored by 8.5.
Go right ahead.
How many?
8.5.
8.5. Next up, game that Bryce will have a lot of interest in. The Seahawks are at the Rams. Adam. Burridge and Doug both took Rams and 49ers, by the way.
Yeah, I just
Past couple.
Seattle got the win this past week, but it was against the Texans. Beat somebody more important than maybe I think about picking you. So I'm going to take the Rams.
Bruiser.
Rams.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Clint.
Man, it hurt my heart that I can't say in Russ we trust. But no, Rams.
Zolt.
I mean, the Rams have both offense and defense, so give me the Rams.
All right, next up. Interesting game. We'll see how both gimpy quarterbacks are come Sunday. We've got ankle sprain versus pinky toe. Packers are at the Ravens.
Ankle sprain versus pinky toe.
You're welcome. Doug and Ryan both took the Packers. Zolt.
Give me the Packers.
Clint.
Ron.
Bruiser.
Packers.
Adam.
Ravens get their third loss in a row. Packers.
Yeah, no corner still. You're so screwed. It's not even fun.
I think the wheels are falling off that Ravens bus. You know?
Injuries are definitely, man.
Yeah.
All right, the Houdini game of the week is our Sunday nighter. Taysom Hill against the Bucks.
Taysom Hill versus Tom Brady, please.
This isn't in New Orleans this time.
Nope, it's in Tampa. It's in Tampa. Yeah, I was going to say, different quarterback, too. Last time it was Winston against them.
Pick Sixton Winston. Get his name right. I throw the pick Sixton in front of that.
So, Ryan and Doug both took the Bucks. Bruiser, who would you like?
I will also take the Bucks.
Adam?
Tampa Bay all day.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's seen the defense again, and usually he doesn't get trounced twice, so taking the Bucks too. Clint?
Taysom Hill almost lost to the Jets yesterday.
Yeah, let's not bring that up.
He has no chance in hell against Tampa Bay. Bucks.
And now the Monday night shit show. And we've got the Vikings at the Bears.
What am I, chopped liver?
My bad. I thought you said that.
I mean, I'm going to.
I'm sorry.
I mean, were you really going to pick anybody but the Bucks?
But the Bucks?
No, but I was going to point out that they're favored by 10.5.
Damn. So we'll start with you on the Vikings and Bears.
Oh, thank God. Can you please?
Sure. You want another?
Yeah, give me the Dalvin Cooks.
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Put on the show yesterday.
It's in Chicago. It is in Chicago.
They put a show yesterday against the Packers.
And what's the weather condition?
You know what? I'm going to pick the Bears because Kirk Cousins going to Kirk Cousins this game. He got lucky in Pittsburgh. He'll do it this Sunday.
It had nothing to do with Kirk Cousins in Pittsburgh. It had to do with Dalvin Cook going off.
No, I'm talking about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins that game up 2 bad interceptions he threw.
He threw 2 interceptions, but Dalvin Cook built up enough of a cushion.
Oh, I know. Have him in fantasy. I love Dalvin Cook. I picked him for a reason.
Just hand the ball off to Michelle and let him run it in.
Thank you. I need the points. Let's go.
Oh, she's got like a fullback to give
Cup.
it to.
Cooper Cup. My
just
cup is
tried
running
to-
over it.
That's fine.
Cup, 4-yard TD reception.
That's fine as long as it wasn't Jefferson or DeAndre Hopkins, because that's who I'm going against.
I need Michelle
I need
to
D-Hop
go.
to do some shit.
I don't
George,
need him to
I'm
do anything.
not liking the way this is going.
Yeah, this is not boding well.
No.
Let me check my leads a couple real quick.
Ooh.
Need to check the DA one.
Bruiser, who would you like? Vikings or Bears?
Oh, the Vikings. Fuck the Bears.
Adam?
The Bears.
Skull Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings.
Although the Rams scoring all those points isn't doing very well for my my defense, because the only defense that I could put up was Arizona's. So
Ooh.
yeah, this is not going well. So I really need Sony Michel to get more carries.
Yeah, Doug's in agreement with you there, because Doug's really pissed.
I feel you.
Hey, with them pulling away, it's a good thing. They're gonna run the ball with Sony Michel.
It is currently Punch Acres in the 5 hole is up 261.80 to 248.
You
Copied
wanna know
and pasted. Wait a minute. I copied and pasted the damn pick teams into the fucking thing. Akers copied it and forwarded it and sent it back to me in Messenger with the games. He didn't pick anybody.
Then he gets no picks. It
What
counts.
the-
No,
What are you
he
doing?
submitted. He submitted. Therefore, he has no picks this week.
He
It's funny,
submitted exactly what the hell I sent out in the group.
What's that, Adam?
I'm playing in Sean's league. I'm playing his dad. He's up 250 to 249 right now, and I got Stafford going. So all I need is probably one more pass, and I'll beat him because he's done for the weekend.
I'm playing Buddy.
While George is trying to figure out exactly which brain cell Akers used to
I'm not going to waste my time trying to.
No, 0. He gets 0 for the week.
That is stupid.
I want to thank everybody. Number one, I want to thank you guys for appearing on my show tonight, and I want to thank everybody who's watching. And if you actually want to see the regularly scheduled Dueling Aces, check back in next week again. Otherwise, we'll see you when we see you. So, night, everybody.